Hi, I'm Naomi, and I am a professional tree hugger. I am also a solid waste investigator at TCEQ Houston. I grew up in Southwest Louisiana, small town. It was Lake Charles, Louisiana was pretty small then, and I just liked following my dad everywhere. And he was an outdoorsy guy. We had a big oak tree out front, and I begged him to build me a treehouse. So I used to take my little dog up there, and that's where I would sit and read. And I really love that tree. So I think that was the beginning of my connection to trees and just being outdoors. So I've been to Costa Rica, and that's where my absolute love for the rainforest kind of grew. Locally, I hike Memorial Park. Once I get onto the trail and can move into the inner part of the park, that area you can kind of escape. Just the peace of being there. I just like to look up at the trees, and it's just pretty awesome. It's my happy place. So I was always fascinated about how everything is interconnected, and this just got my brain to move in towards the arena of science. And when I got to high school, I would say my most influential teacher was probably my chemistry teacher. And she just said, I'm gonna teach you guys how to think. We would get equations and we get word problems, and she would teach us how to work through them. And it became a life lesson. It really steered me into the area of science and engineering. I had a better appreciation for it because I knew how to walk through those challenges rather than just like, no, I can't do that. It's like, yeah, I can. As a solid waste investigator, it's my job to check and make sure that companies who make or generate waste, especially hazardous waste, handle that waste properly and then dispose of it correctly. I'm a natural researcher, so my job on a daily basis is to pull permits, to read those permits, evaluate them. I love taking in all of that data and turning it around and making sense of it. But I would say the best part of my job is I work with a really great group of people. I've been inspired, motivated, encouraged by my coworkers. Always stay curious. And don't shy away from the challenge. Don't think of science as this horrible monster that you can't master. Always stay curious about wanting to learn more, and not just to figure out how something works, but maybe you want to be the person to make something work. Live life on purpose. Be intentional. Don't just wait for something to happen. Go figure it out. And don't let the idea that the color of your skin or where you're from is going to get in the way, because that's not necessarily true. That would be my advice. Do life on purpose.